it was more reluctant to than I thought it would be. This machine hasn't been used in probably over 20 years at this point. And I dug it out of the mud hole a couple days ago, and when I did that, I blew one of the hydraulic hoses up, just picking the machine up off the ground. They're all rotten, so we got to pull them all out. After a fair amount of consideration, I've come to the conclusion that we need to take this hose off in order to get this hose off. Okay, I think that's gonna be good enough for now. We might blow a couple more of them up once we get to using it, but these are the really bad ones. So just gonna put some kind of plugs in the end of them so that I don't get the box of side-by-side all full of oil, hopefully. Although I'm not sure what it's going to do on this one with a gaping hole in the side of it. Whole thing's blowing up right there. Should have brought a garbage bag, but I don't even know if that would work because these things won't bend enough to go inside of one. Okay, I took the tire off this the other day ago because it was split all down the middle too. We got to take that in and get a new one put on. Wheel bearing still seems relatively okay. There's a hole right there for a grease zerk that's missing. So, depending on how long that's been an issue, that might be full of dirt. I also notice over here on the bucket tip that we've got a weld that's breaking out all the way around. That is definitely structural. Just ripping that eye out of there. So, we are going to need to get in there and weld that up. I guess we can see what will and won't take a couple shots of grease while we're here. This is all wore out, so I'm sure this will. It was more reluctant to than I thought it would be. That needs a new grease zerk. Won't seal. Just a quick rundown on how these work. It's pretty basic. This is a very old one, very small one. There's much bigger ones and newer ones nowadays, but you've got this reel in the front. It's driven by a hydraulic motor that I'm standing in the light of. So, and then you've got this platform with tines in it on the bottom. You come up to a rock, you lower that platform up to get underneath it. You run the reel to push it up onto the platform and into the rock basket back here. And when it gets full, that rock basket with that cylinder right there will tip it backwards and it'll dump the load of rocks out the back. This is one of those ideas that generally works way better on paper than it does in practice. It doesn't work good for small rocks. It doesn't work good for really big rocks. It just kind of works good for medium-sized rocks. So usually you end up parking it and just using it as a wagon and getting out and picking most of the rocks up by hand. At which point you don't really need this machine anymore. You could just use a loader bucket or a wagon. But it does work for some sizes of rocks. So we're going to try to get it going again and see what we can make it do. We got a new tire, just another $200. And speaking of ideas that work way better on paper than they do in practice, we have the high lift or handyman jack. I'm not going to talk too much trash about them at the risk of offending the off-road community. But these things are another great example of something that works way better in theory than in reality. It's always an interesting quirk of these things that it's easier to make things go up than it is to get them back down again. We also got some new hydraulic hoses made. I think there's about 7 of them on this machine total, and we replaced 3 of them. They're all just regular pipe threads, so we're going to put some Teflon tape on them. A couple tips on that. If you are using Teflon tape clockwise as you're looking at the end of the hose, that way when you screw it in, it doesn't rip all your tape off. Another thing that a lot of people get wrong about this is don't run the tape all the way up to the end of the threads. If you do that, it eventually rips off inside there, and you plug your hydraulic filters with Teflon tape. So better to stay down a thread or two. Pipe thread is a tapered thread. It is a mechanical seal much closer to the middle of the thread, or even the root of the thread, the lower third of it, than it is way out there at the end. So you don't need tape all the way out there at the end. Doesn't do you any good, and you just risk contaminating your hydraulic system or whatever fluid you happen to have running through it. We got a couple of new hydraulic tips too, instead of trying to reuse the old ones. The old ones had fallen down into the dirt, and years of sitting down there, they got rusty and pitted. I tried to take a wire brush and clean them up a little bit, but I couldn't get the pitting and rust out of them good enough, so it's just time to replace them. So we're going to put the new tips on a couple of the hoses. This is the moment I realized that I had screwed up, because the fitting on that front valve doesn't have a swivel on it. The only place there's a swivel in that line is back there on the cylinder. So after I'd tightened it, I had to loosen it back up again, and in the process of doing that, we wrecked the tape job. Teflon tape will only seal well the first time, and since we screwed up and had to back that back out again, and we wrecked the tape job, we're going to take it apart and retape it. So we'll take it apart, get it cleaned up, try to pick the little pieces off there and put some new tape on it, and put it back together, hopefully for the last time this time. There was this other short hose that we had to take off in order to get some of the other ones off. We didn't replace this one, but we need to tape it back up and put it back on. If you want to take bets on where our next failure point is going to be, this would be a good place to look. And the last two hoses are the ones we got replacements for that go to the hydraulic motor that run the reel. So we'll get those two pulled in, and they'll hooked to the motor on this end, and they will plug into the tractor on the other. The last thing we need to do is replace this little piece of rope that runs up to the cab and allows you to pull the diverter valve to switch between picking up and lowering the platform on the front or dumping the rock bucket. This rope's been sitting outside since probably the mid-90s. It's pretty stiff, it's pretty brittle, so we'll just put a new piece on so we don't have to worry about that. We'll use a lighter and melt the ends down a little bit so that the end of the rope doesn't fray, and we'll tie some good slip knots in each end, and that should be good enough. That should fix it up good enough to try. We'll need to bring a little air out to fill this tire up that we didn't replace when we come pick it up with the tractor, but that's not a big deal. It looks like it's holding some air. It isn't blown out, at least. And we will come back again in a future video when we test it out in the field. Thanks for watching.